In the vast expanse of ancient lands, where dusty plains stretched beyond the horizon and civilization clung precariously to survival, there lived a man whose name would echo through generations, a testament to unwavering faith amid overwhelming doubt. No stood alone, not just physically, but in his profound conviction that something extraordinary was about to transpire. The world around him hummed with mundane rhythms, farmers tending crops, merchants trading goods, families pursuing daily routines. Yet No heard a different frequency, a divine whisper that cut through the noise of human indifference. His hands, calloused from years of labor, now moved with unprecedented purpose, crafting something that seemed utterly incomprehensible to his contemporaries. An enormous wooden vessel rose from the arid landscape, its massive frame defying logic. No water nearby, no imminent flood visible, just a structure emerging like an impossible dream against the backdrop of skeptical eyes. People passing would pause, point, and laugh. Whispers of mockery drifted through the community. "Madman," they would say, "building a ship where no sea exists." But No understood something profound that transcended human reasoning. Each plank he carefully positioned represented more than mere timber. It was an act of radical obedience, a physical manifestation of trust in a promise far beyond immediate perception. His family watched, simultaneously supportive and anxious, witnessing a patriarch whose vision stretched beyond the visible world. The weight of potential ridicule pressed heavily. Imagine constructing something so massive, so impractical, knowing that every neighbor, every acquaintance, would regard you as delusional. The psychological toll was immense. Each hammer strike carried the potential of total social rejection, of being labeled as the community's laughingstock. Yet something burned within No, a resilience that superseded social approval. His inner dialogue wrestled constantly, uncertainty battling conviction, fear challenging faith. What if I am wrong? He would wonder in quiet moments. What if this unprecedented instruction leads my family into destruction instead of salvation? But beneath these doubts, a deeper current of trust flowed. A supernatural communication had been established, a covenant that demanded complete surrender. The instructions were precise, the expectations clear, and Noah's response would determine not just his fate, but potentially the continuation of human existence. As days turned into weeks, and weeks into years, the massive ark continued taking shape. Each moment of construction was an act of profound spiritual resistance, pushing back against a world that had grown comfortable in its moral decay, that had forgotten the sacred boundaries between divine order and human rebellion. The narrative unfolding was larger than one man's architectural endeavor. It was about hearing a voice when everyone else heard only silence. It was about maintaining hope when hope seemed nonsensical. It was about preparing for a transformation so radical that it would require complete reimagining of existence. Little did the mockers know that their ridicule was merely the soundtrack to a coming revolution, a cleansing that would redefine humanity's relationship with the divine. And at the center of this monumental shift stood one man, hammer in hand, building not just a vessel, but a bridge between judgment and mercy. Within the intricate tapestry of human experience, divine preparation often demands extraordinary resilience. Noah's construction transcended mere physical labor. It became a profound spiritual discipline, challenging every conventional understanding of survival and obedience. The surrounding landscape bore silent witness to his remarkable undertaking. Scorching sunlight beat down relentlessly, transforming the ark's construction into a grueling test of endurance. Muscles ached, hands blistered, yet an inexplicable determination powered each movement. This wasn't simply about building a vessel. It represented humanity's potential to transform radical instructions into tangible reality. Precision characterized every aspect of Noah's work. Measurements weren't arbitrary. They represented a meticulously communicated divine blueprint. Each timber selected, each joint secured carried cosmic significance. Generations would later marvel not just at the ark's structural integrity, but at the profound spiritual mathematics underlying its design. Surrounding communities watched with increasing bewilderment. What drove a man to invest decades of labor into something seemingly impossible? The psychological landscape became as complex as the physical construction, skepticism mingling with quiet curiosity, derision wrestling with nascent respect. Moreover, the Ark's construction demanded comprehensive strategic planning. Food preservation techniques, animal management protocols, structural reinforcement strategies, all required unprecedented innovation. Noah wasn't merely following instructions. He was pioneering survival technologies centuries ahead of contemporary understanding. Remarkably, this monumental task unfolded during a period of apparent environmental stability. No imminent meteorological threats loomed. No scientific indicators suggested impending catastrophe. Noah's work represented pure, unadulterated faith, action propelled by supernatural communication rather than empirical evidence. Family dynamics added another intricate layer to this extraordinary narrative. Imagine the conversations around evening fires, wives wondering about resource allocation, children questioning their father's seemingly bizarre endeavors. Yet underlying these potential tensions, a profound familial trust emerged, a collective commitment to something larger than immediate comprehension. Significantly, the Ark's construction became a transformative spiritual laboratory. Each hammer strike, each carefully positioned plank represented more than physical labor. It was a continuous act of spiritual surrender, a dynamic dialogue between human limitation and divine potential. Through this process, Noah discovered that genuine faith rarely feels comfortable. True obedience frequently demands stepping beyond rational boundaries, embracing instructions that challenge prevailing wisdom, and maintaining unwavering commitment despite overwhelming external skepticism. The Ark stood as a profound metaphor, a tangible representation of hope constructed amid systemic incredulity, a sanctuary prepared long before the storm's arrival, a testament to the power of listening when everything suggests remaining silent. As dawn broke across the parched landscape, subtle tremors of anticipation began rippling through the nascent community surrounding Noah's colossal project. Whispers transformed into increasingly bold challenges, local elders gathering to debate the sanity of this unprecedented endeavor. Each skeptical voice carried layers of cultural resistance. How could one man comprehend cosmic intentions when established norms suggested absolute predictability? Profound isolation characterized Noah's experience. Construction became a solitary spiritual discipline, demanding extraordinary psychological resilience. Every timber placement represented more than physical labor. It embodied defiance against collective cynicism, a silent rebellion against societal assumptions about divine communication and human potential. Intricate preparation demanded comprehensive strategic thinking. Noah understood survival required more than wooden structures. It necessitated intricate ecological management. Animal containment protocols, nutritional planning, waste management systems, all required revolutionary approaches centuries ahead of contemporary technological understanding. His preparations transcended mere physical survival, revealing a holistic comprehension of interconnected biological systems. Generational dynamics added complex psychological layers to this extraordinary narrative. Younger family members oscillated between curiosity and profound uncertainty. Imagine adolescents confronting societal ridicule, their familial reputation increasingly defined by what appeared to be collective delusion. Yet underlying potential tensions, a remarkable familial cohesion emerged, a shared commitment to something larger than immediate comprehension. Climatological observations became crucial. Noah's understanding extended beyond immediate meteorological conditions, revealing a nuanced perception of environmental rhythms. Subtle atmospheric changes, nearly imperceptible to untrained observers, suggested underlying systemic transformations. His preparations represented not just spiritual obedience, but a sophisticated reading of environmental signals. Resource allocation became another critical challenge. Limited materials demanded extraordinary efficiency. Each timber selection, each construction technique reflected not just practical necessity, but a profound spiritual economics, understanding that preservation required strategic, intentional choices. Waste became unacceptable. Every material possessed potential significance. Psychological warfare emerged as an unexpected battlefield. External mockery combined with internal doubts created a complex emotional terrain. Maintaining unwavering commitment required continuous internal recalibration, transforming potential vulnerability into extraordinary strength. Noah's resilience became a living testament to the power of maintaining vision amid overwhelming skepticism. Technological innovation characterized his approach. Construction techniques revealed an almost prophetic understanding of structural integrity, engineering principles that would remain incomprehensible to contemporaries. Each joint, each measurement represented more than practical construction. They embodied a profound dialogue between human limitation and divine potential. The intricate dynamics of community response to extraordinary vision revealed themselves through subtle psychological mechanisms. Local social structures possessed an inherent resistance mechanism against radical departures from established norms. Noah's construction project triggered deep-seated cultural defense systems, intellectual immune responses designed to neutralize perceived threats to collective understanding. Whispers transformed into strategic social marginalization. Community elders would gather, their conversations laden with strategic dismissal. Young men would pass by the construction site, their laughter masking deeper psychological discomfort. Each mockery represented a protective mechanism, a collective attempt to maintain perceived social stability by discrediting what they could not comprehend. Psychological research suggests human communities instinctively reject narratives that challenge foundational worldviews. Noah's project represented more than wooden infrastructure. It embodied a profound epistemological disruption. His commitment exposed the fragility of consensual reality, suggesting alternative modes of perceiving divine communication that transcended empirical limitations. Intricate social dynamics emerged wherein marginalization became a sophisticated weapon of cultural preservation. Those unable to understand would systematically undermine, transforming incomprehension into aggressive dismissal. The mechanisms of social exclusion operated with surgical precision, isolating the innovator, protecting collective cognitive comfort. Generational perspectives introduced additional complexity. Younger family members experienced intense psychological tension. Adolescents navigated treacherous social landscapes, their familial reputation increasingly defined by what appeared to be collective delusion. Social integration became a delicate negotiation between familial loyalty and peer acceptance. Underlying these surface interactions, profound spiritual metamorphosis unfolded. Each dismissive comment, each derisive gesture, paradoxically strengthened Noah's internal resolve. Resistance became a crucible for transformative spiritual development, external opposition generating internal refinement. Remarkably, the construction site became a silent classroom of extraordinary resilience. Technical skills merged with spiritual discipline, revealing how genuine conviction transforms seemingly impossible tasks into achievable realities. Strategic patience emerged as a sophisticated spiritual technology, maintaining vision despite overwhelming institutional skepticism. Technological innovation characterized this extraordinary process. Construction techniques revealed sophisticated understanding of structural dynamics that would remain incomprehensible to contemporaries. Engineering principles transcended immediate practical requirements, embodying a profound dialogue between human potential and divine inspiration. The narrative unfolding represented more than individual resistance. It exposed fundamental mechanisms of societal transformation. Radical vision rarely emerges through consensus. Instead, it emerges through singular commitment that gradually reshapes collective understanding. Noah's journey demonstrated how transformative ideas germinate in seemingly inhospitable environments, challenging established paradigms through unwavering dedication. Survival demanded more than physical preparation. It required profound psychological fortitude. Amid the construction process, Noah discovered that true resilience emerges not from external resources, but from internal spiritual calibration. Each moment of doubt became an opportunity for deeper transformation, where fear could be transmuted into unwavering conviction. The psychological landscape of preparation involved intricate emotional navigation. Anticipatory anxiety threatened to destabilize his resolve, presenting complex internal negotiations between rational hesitation and supernatural instruction. Imagine standing alone, constructing a vessel against every empirical probability, knowing that your entire familial legacy hinges on an apparently impossible vision. Subtle atmospheric shifts began revealing themselves, almost imperceptible changes that suggested deeper, systemic transformations. Migratory bird patterns altered subtly. Vegetation exhibited unusual stress responses. Animal behaviors demonstrated inexplicable restlessness. These nuanced environmental signals spoke a language beyond human comprehension, confirming something fundamental was imminent. Strategic preparation transcended mere physical logistics. No understood survival required holistic ecosystem management. Intricate animal containment protocols demanded revolutionary thinking. How would diverse species coexist? What nutritional strategies would maintain biological diversity? Complex interdependencies required sophisticated understanding of ecological balance. Generational wisdom became crucial in this extraordinary undertaking. Younger family members confronted intense social pressure, their collective reputation increasingly defined by what appeared to be collective delusion. Adolescent perspectives oscillated between curiosity and profound uncertainty. Each family conversation became a delicate negotiation between tradition and radical vision. Resource allocation represented another critical challenge. Limited materials necessitated extraordinary efficiency. Every timber selection, every construction technique reflected not just practical necessity, but a sophisticated spiritual economics. Waste became unacceptable. Each material possessed potential cosmic significance. Technological innovation characterized Noah's approach. Construction techniques revealed almost prophetic structural understanding. Engineering principles incomprehensible to contemporaries. Precision wasn't merely technical. It embodied a profound dialogue between human limitation and divine potential. Psychological resilience emerged as the most critical survival mechanism. External mockery combined with internal doubts created a complex emotional terrain. Maintaining unwavering commitment required continuous internal recalibration, transforming potential vulnerability into extraordinary strength. Each moment of potential surrender became an opportunity for deeper spiritual fortification. The construction site became a silent classroom of extraordinary human potential. Technical skills merged with spiritual discipline, revealing how genuine conviction transforms seemingly impossible tasks into achievable realities. Strategic patience evolved as a sophisticated spiritual technology, maintaining vision despite overwhelming institutional skepticism. Ultimately, Noah's journey demonstrated how transformative ideas germinate in seemingly inhospitable environments. Radical vision rarely emerges through consensus. Instead, it emerges through singular commitment that gradually reshapes collective understanding, challenging established paradigms through unwavering dedication. The magnitude of Noah's challenge extended far beyond physical construction. It represented a profound psychological crucible of spiritual transformation. While external observers perceived mere wooden infrastructure, something significantly more intricate was occurring. The gradual dismantling of generational limitations and inherited skepticism. Psychological resilience emerged as Noah's most formidable tool. Each dismissive comment from surrounding communities became an opportunity for deeper internal refinement. The construction site transformed into a silent battlefield where conventional wisdom confronted extraordinary vision, where societal expectations collided with supernatural instruction. Remarkably, the preparation process demanded unprecedented emotional intelligence. Noah couldn't simply dismiss community critiques. He needed to understand their underlying fears, comprehend the systemic resistance driving their mockery. This required a nuanced emotional navigation that transcended typical defensive responses, instead cultivating a compassionate understanding of collective human frailty. Intricate family dynamics added another layer of complexity. Adolescent children wrestled with profound social tensions, supporting their father's vision while managing peer relationships that increasingly marginalized them. Each family conversation became a delicate negotiation between radical faith and social integration, testing familial bonds against external pressures. Strategic psychological preparation proved equally crucial as physical infrastructure. No understood that surviving the impending transformation required more than structural integrity. It necessitated mental and emotional fortitude. How would his family maintain hope when surrounded by overwhelming skepticism? What internal resources would sustain their conviction? Generational wisdom became a critical survival mechanism. Older family members shared stories of divine intervention, creating a narrative framework that contextualized their current experience. These oral traditions provided psychological anchoring, transforming potential doubt into a rich tapestry of inherited spiritual resilience. Technological innovation merged with spiritual discipline in unexpected ways. Construction techniques revealed sophisticated understanding that transcended contemporary knowledge. Each carefully positioned timber represented more than physical infrastructure. It embodied a complex dialogue between human limitation and divine potential, challenging prevailing scientific paradigms. Resource allocation demanded extraordinary creativity. Limited materials required innovative problem-solving, transforming potential scarcity into an opportunity for strategic thinking. Every piece of timber, every calculation represented a nuanced negotiation between practical necessity and supernatural instruction. Underlying these complex dynamics, a profound metamorphosis was unfolding. The Ark's construction wasn't merely about physical survival. It represented a comprehensive reimagining of human potential, a radical demonstration that genuine transformation emerges when individuals align their deepest convictions with seemingly impossible instructions. Ultimately, Noah's journey exposed a fundamental truth. Resilience isn't about eliminating uncertainty, but about developing the internal capacity to navigate complexity with unwavering commitment. His preparation became a living testament to how extraordinary vision can emerge from the most challenging circumstances, challenging every established understanding of human potential. Reflecting on this extraordinary narrative, we find ourselves suspended between the tangible world of human experience and the ineffable realm of divine orchestration. The journey we've traversed is less about a singular historical event and more about the profound topology of human transformation, a landscape where conviction carves pathways through seemingly impenetrable terrain of doubt, societal resistance, and existential uncertainty. Imagine, for a moment, the intricate dance between individual purpose and cosmic design. Like an elaborate tapestry where each thread's placement depends on an unseen weaver's grand vision, our protagonist's story emerges not as a linear progression, but as a complex choreography of faith, resilience, and radical obedience. The Ark stands not merely as a physical construct, but as a profound metaphorical vessel, carrying within its wooden framework the quintessential human struggle between perceived limitation and transcendent possibility. The psychological terrain we've explored reveals something far more nuanced than simple survival strategy. It illuminates the extraordinary potential residing in those rare moments when human vulnerability intersects with supernatural instruction. Each challenge encountered becomes less about external obstacles and more about internal recalibration, a continuous process of dismantling inherited narratives of impossibility and reconstructing one's understanding of potential. Beneath the surface of this narrative pulses a deeper rhythm, a universal frequency that resonates across cultural and temporal boundaries. It speaks to something fundamental about human experience, our capacity to perceive beyond immediate circumstances, to maintain vision when surrounded by collective cynicism, to transform radical instructions into tangible realities. The story transcends its historical context, becoming a living allegory of human spiritual evolution. Our journey reveals that true transformation rarely announces itself with thunderous declarations. Instead, it emerges through patient, almost imperceptible shifts, like geological movements that reshape entire landscapes over millennia. Each moment of doubt, each skeptical whisper, each seemingly insignificant decision becomes a critical junction where human will meets divine intention. As we stand at the precipice of understanding, we recognize that this narrative is not confined to a distant past. It breathes with contemporary relevance, inviting each listener to examine their own construct of possibility. Where are the uncharted territories of your personal vision? What seemingly impossible instructions might be awaiting your courageous response? The convergence of individual narrative and cosmic design creates a luminous space, a threshold where human limitation encounters infinite potential. Here, preparation becomes more than tactical strategy. It transforms into a profound spiritual discipline, a continuous dialogue between what is and what could be. Our exploration hints at something far more expansive than a singular historical account. It becomes a living invitation, a call to reimagine the boundaries of human potential, to listen deeply to instructions that transcend conventional understanding, and to construct hope in landscapes that appear fundamentally inhospitable. In the grand tapestry of human experience, some stories transcend mere historical narrative. They become living parables, breathing with timeless wisdom that speaks directly to the human heart. Noah's journey represents such a profound archetype, the courageous soul who dares to hear beyond the noise of collective cynicism, who constructs hope when everyone else sees only impossibility. The Ark stands not just as a wooden vessel, but as a powerful metaphor for human resilience, a testament to what emerges when unwavering faith intersects with radical obedience. Each carefully positioned timber represents more than physical infrastructure. It embodies the extraordinary potential residing in those rare moments when individual conviction challenges prevailing understanding. What emerges from this narrative is not a simple tale of survival, but a complex exploration of human transformation. The real voyage isn't about escaping physical destruction, but navigating the treacherous internal landscapes where doubt battles conviction, where fear confronts faith. Noah's preparation reveals a profound truth. Genuine resilience isn't about eliminating uncertainty, but developing the internal capacity to move forward despite it. Contemporary relevance pulses beneath this ancient story. In a world fragmented by uncertainty, where social structures tremble, where personal narratives feel increasingly precarious, Noah's journey becomes a living invitation. It whispers to the hesitant dreamer, the marginalized visionary, the one standing against collective skepticism, your radical vision has purpose. Your seemingly impossible instructions carry cosmic significance. The Ark becomes a powerful symbol of hope, not as a passive sentiment, but as an active, transformative force. It represents the human capacity to construct sanctuary amid chaos, to maintain strategic preparation when everything suggests surrender. Each moment of potential doubt transforms into an opportunity for deeper spiritual fortification. Ultimately, this narrative challenges us to reimagine our relationship with uncertainty. It suggests that true vision emerges not through comfortable consensus, but through singular commitment that gradually reshapes collective understanding. Our most profound transformations often begin in landscapes that appear fundamentally inhospitable, where radical instructions collide with established paradigms. As we stand at this narrative's conclusion, we're invited to examine our own uncharted territories. What extraordinary possibilities are waiting for your courageous response? Where might your unique vision construct hope in seemingly impossible circumstances? The story of the Ark reminds us. Extraordinary journeys begin with radical listening, unwavering commitment, and the courage to build beyond what others can currently comprehend.